Hello, everyone. Welcome to MT4 Professional. I'm Randy Lindsay. I'm today's trade coach and the presenter for the webinar today. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about trading strategies using MT4 Professional and the MT4 Professional Scanner. I want to make sure that everyone here knows that we are here for educational purposes only, that MT4 Professional Resilient Traders is not a registered trading advisor, so we're going to give you any specific trade advice. But what we can do is we can teach and train you how to use our platform on the live edge of the market and how to use MT4 Professional to build a trading plan that is both consistently profitable and successful. Trading with futures, stocks, forex options, cryptocurrency has a large potential for reward, but also has a large potential for risk. So make sure that you are aware of the risks involved and you are willing to accept them in order to trade or invest in any of these markets. Please do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Past performance is not indicative of future results, so make sure that you get advice from a competent financial advisor before you start trading or investing in any of these markets. Never ever trade in a live account until you have first proven you can consistently and profitably trade a simulated account. And only then will you be able to start tackling the mind game, which is where most of the trading takes place. I'm Randy Lindsay, your trade coach and operations director. My co-host and co-partner in crime is Claudio Cardinale. He's our product development director and our full-time technology guru. Today, we're going to talk about trading strategies using MT4 Professional. We're going to ask questions like, what is a market scanner? What is MT4 Professional? And I'm going to introduce you to our newest product that we're going to be rolling out very, very soon. And that is a full online live market scanner, trading market scanner that is not tied to any platform. So I'll be talking a little bit about that in the very near future. So stick with us, and I'll be showing you what that's all about. So first, let's go into what trading strategies are. If you consider any of the strategies that most people use, like an EMA and price, that's just pure price action. You're looking to trade stocks, options, cryptocurrencies, forex, using a simple price action and EMA strategy. A lot of people like to do that. It's very, very popular. Another one is called a MACD and signal. You got a moving average, convergence, divergence indicator, and a signal line, which is like a moving average comparison of the MACD stochastic. And so you're looking for crossovers where the signal line and the MACD histogram cross each other. We'll be going over that in detail. There's the ever popular moving average crossovers, where you're looking for moving average crossover envelopes, whether you're using 1, 2, or 3 different moving averages or more. You want to be able to determine and know when these crossovers occur to get a signal whether you want to be alerted to that condition being met. So if you have all of the 3 together, like an EMA and price or a MACD and signal, or if you even throw in a relative strength to know whether you're extremely overbought or oversold, to determine whether to get in or to get out, those are all very good strategies to implement. And many people are using those in the trading world today. On the MT4 Professional Scanner, we can scan in real time all of these strategies, plus many more, and let you know when these conditions are met via alerts. These alerts are done through emails, on-screen pop-ups, sounds, or even SMS messages. So I'm not going to go through any polls or anything for now, so let's just get right into the market scanner and what MT4 Professional is all about. So if you're looking at your entire universe of instruments, looking at all the different symbols and all the different time frames that you have access to on your platform, well, there's on MT4 alone 50 forex pairs, 20 CFDs, 9 different time frames. That's more than 630 combinations that you're going to have to go through and look to see if your strategy meets the criteria necessary for a trade. Do you really think that you can do this manually? How often do you think you're missing opportunities when you're looking at one instrument and all the other ones are back in the background doing their thing? Well, if you're trading with different instruments in today's market, then you're going to have higher probability for success, because if you're only looking at a single instrument, then you're not going to be well diversified, and you're always going to be missing potential trade opportunities, because there's always a trend going off somewhere in the market. There's always going to be something moving, and you don't want to be stuck on the one that's not moving. You want to find the ones that are moving. So a perfect solution to this is a market scanner. So a market scanner is an automatic tool that allows you to scan the entire market, any of the instruments that you have access to on your brokerage account, any time frame that you have access to. And using those symbols and time frames, you want to look at that based upon a strategy or an indicator that alerts you to the fact that a trade is being set off. So it's not really a signal provider, but it's a tool that allows you to analyze any strategy you want, apply any indicator that you want, and then search for and find the trade setups that meet your unique criteria. So let's look at a very simple example, like the cross of two moving averages. Over here on the right, you can see a symbol list of quite a few symbols that we can search for. These just happen to be Forex symbols. And I've got a spreadsheet layout, a different color-coded layout for different time frames. So if you look down this column, each one of these are going to be different colors based upon whether I think it's bullish or bearish. Each symbol is represented under that time frame. So for a 1 minute and a 5 minute, I can see very quickly a good representation of my universe of symbols that I want to see. So if we're looking at the cross of two moving averages, the symbol on the right will show that for every symbol and time frame, the bullish cross will be green, the bearish cross will be red for a 15 and a 30 period moving average. So when that 15 period crosses under the 30, that will be red, bearish. When the 15 crosses over or greater than the 30, that will be green. So if you had a tool that could check that for you in real time and alert you to when that is set up, that would be extremely valuable, especially if you're looking for something like the Euro Swiss. Here you can see that the 1 minute is green, but the longer term 5 minute is red. If this just signaled green, then that's telling you that you're either getting ready for a reversal, or you could just be stagnating. And if this turns back red again, then you'll be in line with the longer term trend. And that's also another potential trade opportunity. You've got the same things in reverse setting up for the Euro Yen, Euro Aussie, and the Euro New Zealand, where you can see the longer term is bullish, but the shorter term is bearish. So these bearish ones could turn bullish, or if we see the longer term start to turn bearish, that's another very good consideration that a reversal has been in place and we're ready for a new longer term trend. You can see the ones that are already in this state are already in confirmed trend. So that you get a lot of information on a spreadsheet layout like this. And so you don't have to worry about sticking with just the Euro US dollar or just the pound dollar. You've got a whole bunch of other symbols that you can be searching for, that your tools can be working for you while you are doing other things. So how does the market scanner work? Well, a market scanner does all the work for you. So you can focus on the more important things like managing your trade or getting your mindset where it belongs or going in and grabbing lunch. Once the setup is complete, the market scanner will alert you via email, text message, or so forth, that conditions are met for your rules to enter a trade or a possible trade entry. Here's another example over here on the right that's using some Forex, using some CFDs, that's using some Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, some futures contracts. So looking at 3 different time frames in this example, and we're looking for an exponential moving average and price strategy. This is where if price is greater than the exponential moving average, and we're looking for a close of price, then I want to see a green box anytime the price is greater than the EMA. And I want to see a red box anytime price is less than the EMA. This sounds simple enough in practice, but how do you do that for multiple instruments? A scanner is uniquely set up to allow you to do that. So you can see from this that another spreadsheet type layout gives you all the information that you need. You can see very bullish trend. You can see short-term potential reversals because you can see the first time frame is gone back to green, which is the longer time frame. But the middle time frame, which looked like was reversing, is now reverting back to the first time frame. So now this looks like it possibly could fail. So when this turns back green, it's a big green light for you to start continuing in this potential trade. We call this a trend continuation entry. This right here would be a longer term trend that continues on. So anytime you see the fastest time frame cycle in or out of a specific color, then that's always going to give you a potential entry for an existing trend. I keep mentioning multiple time frames. Well, it's for a good reason, because did you know that trading multiple time frames gives you a higher probability of a profitable trade? That's due to correlation, and it's just one of the advantages of using multiple time frame technical analysis in your trading. So by checking multiple time frames before you initiate a trade, your trades will be in harmony with the longer time frame trend, and the result will be higher probability outcome and a lower risk trade. So look at the illustration here on the right. 3 different time frames: 15, 60, and 4-hour time frames. Notice the 4-hour time frame envelope has periods of bullishness, correction, but overall a longer term bullish trend. If you're trading the hour or the 15-minute chart, you're going to see a lot more noise. But if you are trading in the direction of the longer term trend, then you're going to have a higher probability to capture these bullish trend moves and stay out of the corrective moves, or hang on to the trade as it does these corrections, waiting for the longer term to start giving you the correction that's there. So by default, this market scanner should be able to see multiple time frames, see these strategies, and give you the analysis you're needing in harmony with the longer time frame trend. So if your scanner could do that for you and validate the trade with your own rules and verify with these multiple time frame rules that you've established, then it would be a very valuable tool. So here's an example that we are looking at right here, where I've got a 4-hour chart, a daily chart, and a weekly chart. I can see different time frames and different trends set up here, but the strategy is showing me whether it's bullish or bearish across any of the instruments in all of these time frames. The blue crosshair is showing me where I am at this moment, showing me that I've got a close above my exponential moving average, which gives me a bullish signal. I also have a signal line which is under my histogram. So my histogram on my MACD is greater than the signal line, giving me a bullish indication. And I have a relative strength slope that is positive. That means that the current relative strength is greater than the previous relative strength, and I'm just coming out of an oversold condition. All of these things are very bullish and strong, and I want to participate in a trade that gives me this type of setup. Now, I want to be able to see if that's validated or verified by multiple time frames. So looking at my second time frame, which is the daily chart, I need to see that the MACD is also giving me a bullish signal, and that the relative strength is positive. That means the current relative strength has to be greater than the previous relative strength and has to be outside of the oversold range. These are both true. So that's 2 different time frames. That's greatly increased my probabilities that this trade will end successfully. The third time frame, I need to validate the relative strength since it's going to give me a very fast signal. I need to see that I'm building relative strength positive, that the current relative strength is greater than the previous relative strength on the weekly basis. And if that's the case, then I've confirmed with 3 time frames that this current trade is a good and valid trade. If you look back at any of the previous setups, then you can see that during this time here, if you look for the crossover, then you got 2 of 3 conditions that are true, but the weekly is not. You can see that this is a bearish and that this is trending down during that same period. So you would not have taken your trade at this point. You wait for the trade to be validated on all 3 time frames, and it gives you, in this case, over 100, or is this over 300? Yeah, that's over 300 pips of profit in the trade. So that's a great setup and great analysis that you want to be looking for. So by taking trades in harmony with the longer time frame trend, I get a lower risk trade opportunities and higher probability for trades. And that powerful combination is awesome, and it shows the importance of using multiple time frames in your trading. So a market scanner then that uses multiple time frame analysis is an extremely valuable tool because it does all this for you automatically. I do have a question, so let me see if this says I have to run. Can you email a copy of the webinar to? Yes. Sorry you had to run, but we are automatically giving the copy of the webinar out via email to everyone that registered, so you will get a copy of that. Yes, you will. Okay, so on MT4, the problem we ran into was that we couldn't find a scanner that met the criteria that we were looking for. What we did find was something that was too complex to configure, which meant you had to be a highly skilled programmer in order to implement it. A lot of the scanners were unstable or just a single tool that really didn't integrate with the entire system, or that it was incompatible with a lot of the different indicators available to us. And there were a lot of other issues. And so what we had to do as professional traders was create our own solution. And a lot of people do that anyway, but what we did is we made one that worked for ourselves. So we decided to make, and we called it MT4Professional. MT4Professional is now the #1 market scanner on both MT4 and MT5. And it allows you as a trader to instantly scan the entire market for setups that match your unique criteria and rules. And when you find a good setup, you can enhance your technical analysis with multiple time frame analysis, which really isn't easy to do on MT4 or MT5. And I'll show you all that here in just a little bit. So stay tuned. We're going to go into that. But I want to share some exciting news with you here before we move on. I'm giving you a sneak peek into what we're calling the Trading Market Scanner. You say, well, how's that a little different from what we're doing right now? Well, the Trading Market Scanner is a brand new standalone mobile market scanner. It's like MT4Professional, but without the need to have MT4 or MT5 running. It doesn't require any platform. You can trade through any established platform that you want to trade through. So it's a standalone scanner that we're building and putting together. It'll scan for any of your real-time strategies, any of your instruments that you're interested in, and you won't just be limited to what you have available on MT4. We open up the floodgates to all of the markets, the Forex, CFDs, stocks, cryptos, futures, commodities. If you have access to it through your brokerage, then we will be able to give you full access to it through Trading Market Scanner. So you'll be able to trade any instrument anytime the market is open on any platform that you choose to trade on. So if you trade on Thinkorswim, you won't be limited by any of their setups, because Thinkorswim has a great fundamental scanner, but they don't have a technical scanner. TradeStation or NinjaTrader doesn't have a scanner, it just has a market analyzer. TradeStation has a scanner on it, a technical scanner, but it doesn't have a fundamentals implementation for that. So there's a lot of things that you can use and implement, especially if you're trading multiple instruments that you can use with a standalone market scanner. So we're putting that together and we're going to be launching that here pretty soon. So what we're doing is that we're currently pursuing crowdfunding to pre-launch our trading market scanner. Well, there are some unique tools and benefits to doing that. Number one, it gets all of our existing clients and customers involved and who are already intimately involved with MT4Professional on board, and gives you an opportunity to invest and become partners with us in this venture. So here's the current page for the initial funding. Let me copy that for you and paste it here in the chat box so you can get to there. There's the link to the page, and let me show it to you really quickly. We'll go to our website there. So there it is right there. So if you click on the page, then you'll see the WeFunder is the company that we've chosen to go through that crowdfunding. We're going to be actually starting this in about 12 days. So you can't invest any money today. If you try to invest any money, then it's not going to be accepted. So we're just letting it go. We are currently valuation capped at 3 million. So we have some early bonuses that we are releasing to you. And if you go ahead and go through the page setup that's here, then you'll see all of our history, the number of mobile traders that we see currently and that how it's growing, the number of solutions that we have available, and a sneak peek into our solution, the trading market scanner. So anyone who comes in and starts to invest with us will receive a lot of really nice perks for whatever investment that they give us, which includes lifetime access to our new market scanner or lifetime access to the current MT4Professional setup that we've got. So make sure you check that out, and I provided the link for you there to look at that. Also, I'm required by law to let you know that we're testing the waters at this time to see if there is sufficient support to continue on. And once we do get through the testing the water phase, I've got to let you know that all we're doing is we're trying to gauge interest in an offering under the regulation crowdfunding law. So we're not collecting money. We're not trying to solicit anything. If you do send money, we won't accept it. We're not offering to buy or sell any securities. If you offer to sell or buy any, we won't accept it either. So no part of the purchase will be received until we file a Form C with the WeFunder platform. And once we do that, we still don't see any of the money at all until our minimum is met. So it's all legal, it's all upfront, and it's all approved by the Regulatory Commission. So everything is upfront. So this is a great opportunity for you to get involved with us and team with us on this venture to push forward a trading market scanner that is a standalone vehicle for your strategies. Okay. So let me go right into a live demonstration for you and get MT4Professional up and running. If you do have any questions, then let me know about that, and I'll be glad to answer them. All right, so here's standard MT4. Let me launch and get going MT4Professional, but first I want to show you the specific setups. Right here you can see 3 different windows and timeframes. Notice that as I click and hover over these, that I don't have any type of time or price integration across any of these. I have to middle mouse click and then move it, and then I still don't have that integration amongst these charts. Also, if I wanted to change the symbol on the left-hand side, I have to physically drag and drop the symbol over to the chart and get it set up this way. So it's not the best solution in the world for the setups, but it works. And for most MT4 users, this is just the way life is. So let me show you MT4 Professional. We have a profiles that's set up that allows you to go right to it. So we launch it up, and MT4 Professional is a little bit different in that it starts off as a configuration-based platform. You set up your charts, you set up your scanners the way that you like it the first time, and every time you launch it, you can load that particular scanner. And if you have a different strategy or different scanner setup for different applications, then you can load those and set them up completely differently as well. So we were talking about EMA and price to begin with. So let's go ahead and load that one and show you. We're currently watching and looking for a exponential moving average and price crossover. So I've got 3 different chart setups here. One is a 5-minute, second is a 15, the third is a 30. Notice the crosshair integration across all of the charts. You see how when I move that crosshair, it moves it on all 3 of the time frames. So in my 5-minute, you can see I've got a pretty noisy, choppy setup here. I'm in consolidation, it's clear. If I look over at my 15-minute, you can see that consolidation even better. On a 30-minute, you can see that consolidation range. So I'm going to be specifically looking for a potential breakout from the envelope contained by that high and this low. So a breakout in that range below my 30-minute exponential moving average will give me a very good potential short entry. Likewise, because it looks like it's giving me a flagging pattern, then a breakout above this top channel will also give me a potential continuation trend run based upon the setups that I had. The way the market usually moves is it usually will do the opposite first. So consolidation, it breaks down south, it fails to create a new low, turns around, and then continues in the opposite direction. This is a normal market setup and play, and that's what you want to identify in these trades and these setups. So when you see this break down and then break back up again across your EMA, that's your signal to enter. That's your signal to enter. And when you see that in this window, you're going to get that signal the same way. All right, so notice when I move my window to a full screen, that MT4 Professional automatically resizes all of my windows to fill the screen 100%. So I don't have to worry about redrawing anything. Also, when I click on any of these symbols over here, I will automatically go to the symbol that's interested. See that? I'm already on the dollar Canadian instead of the euro US dollar. If I want to go and see what Bitcoin is doing today, then I can click on Bitcoin as well. So it doesn't matter what instrument I use, I can be instantly on and analyzing that instrument without dragging and dropping and changing size of things. So it's a really cool tool and allows you to use it just the way that you like it. Speaking of strategies, you can see that the scanner is showing me some bullish or bearish setups. Let's see what criteria I'm using in order to get this to say it's a bullish or bearish setup. So if you click the edit button on the configuration panel, it'll take you right to the configuration setup. On the right-hand side will allow me to set up how my charts look. So if I click on this icon, you can see I've got one large chart and then 2 smaller charts that are set up using the 5, the 15, and the 30-minute time frame. And any of your time frames can be selected from a unique pull-down menu and a template which defines how it looks, how this chart looks out here. I'm currently using the EMA and price template, but if you click the plus sign, you can use any template that you currently have available for you on your MT4 or MT5 platform. So any of these templates will be available to you to use. So you can have it looking any way that you like. Over on the left-hand side is your scanner panel. Within the scanner panel, you have access to change your symbol list or the configuration rules for the scanners themselves, your color rules. So if you click on your symbol list, then you have access to all on the left, all of the symbols that your broker gives you access to. And on the right-hand side is the actual list that you're currently using. If you find an instrument over here on the left that you want to add to your list, just simply select it and click the right arrow to add it to your list. You can rearrange it or move it around on the list anywhere that you want. And if you find out, I really didn't want that in the first place, you can go ahead and delete it and be done with it. So you can clear everything by clicking this button and then re-add everything from the left. And if you want to filter something down like all the euro pairs, just type EUR and then it'll give you all of the symbols that have EUR in the name of the symbol. And if you want to select all those, you can do that by selecting and highlighting all of these instruments here, clicking the right button to add them to your list. Get rid of the ones that you don't really want to have on the list there. And then click OK to save that. I'm not going to do that since I want to keep the original list that I had. So I'll go ahead and cancel out of this for now. Go back into the scanner panel and click on the scanner setup. The scanner setup are the rules that we're going to be using to give us a specific signal. Since this is the main color rule, there's only one color rule here that we go through. Let's go ahead and edit that color rule to see what rules are being used. I'm currently looking at the close of price under condition set 1, which is for color code green. That's my bullish configuration because I want to see if price is greater than or equal to the 15-period exponential moving average. I want to see a green color cell. That's my rule. So this is just simply looking at the price. And the other tool I have access to is the indicator, which is a 15-period exponential moving average. If I want to edit that indicator, then I can just click the edit icon, change the parameters of that moving average indicator to be and match what I have on my chart, a 15-period exponential using the close of price. If I want to look at the shift of the indicator, which is I can look back in time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, whatever I want to use, I can shift the indicator output here to do a comparison. And I'll show you how we do that with the relative strength in order to look at the slope of the relative strength by comparing the current with a previous value. If you have a problem implementing your strategy and you need some help, and you can schedule for assistance right now, and we can just one click, you can just connect with us and schedule using our calendar a time where we can meet with you to help you get going on that. So the first condition set checks for a bullish setup. If this is not true, if price is not greater than the exponential, then we have to go to condition set 2. That's the or. This or that. So if this is not true, then we check to see if this is true. Is price less than the exponential? If that's true, then we'll set the cell to be red. If neither of these are true, and in this condition set, it can only be red or green because it's greater than or equal to or less than. It'll always be red or green. But if there's a case to where neither of these are true, then the default color is yellow, and you'll see the output of your strategy being the yellow color. Make sure you always give your configuration a name. You can give it any name that you want to. I just called it main CR, which is short for main color rule. You can call it anything like toadstool if you wanted to give it a unique name that you particularly like, if you happen to like toadstool. And then you apply that color rule to whatever time frame that you have available. Right here, I've got 3 different time frames that are set up. And you can see I have the main color rule applied to each one of these. If I don't want to have that, then I just simply click it and it automatically goes off of that time frame. But it does not allow me to run that time frame if I don't have any color rule associated with it. So let's go ahead and turn that back on again. And then there it is. Now I can assign a new time frame if I wanted to. Here, we'll make it an hourly. I will select the current time frame, and now I'm scanning for 4 different time frames. It's that easy. That's all you have to do is simply pull down the menu. If you don't want to add that, find out it's just using too much of your resources, get rid of it. You're ready to go. If you want to be notified in real time when any of these color rule conditions are met, just simply click this box right here to turn on real-time notifications. And if you also want to be notified on your mobile device, make sure you set up your phone number or give us your Telegram account in the members area, and that will automatically allow the system to send you updates via your phone or your Telegram account. And if you have color rules that are already in another configuration that you want to use again, then you don't have to recreate them. All you have to do is just click the Start from Another Configuration button. It'll pull up your configurations, and all you have to do is click the configuration that you want to use, and it'll automatically pull the color rules from that one, give you a copy of them here, and then you just edit them, update them, and save the result. Will be out there. Okay. Once you've completed setting everything up, give it a name, give it a good descriptive summary so that you know what it is that it's doing, and click the Save button. Once you click the Save button, it'll give you a check mark. Close this window, and then always click the Load button, because once you make changes, none of the changes will be realized until you click the Load button to reload all the new changes onto the current setup, right? When you first start and get going with MT4Professional, you won't have any custom creations that you've made for yourself. What you will have are a bunch of presets that we've provided for you. These are the 14 different presets that we give you that already show you how these strategies are configured and set up. So what you'll want to do when you first come in, you can click on any of these. The edit button will not be available to you. So if I select this first one here, notice the edit button is grayed out. You can't edit or change any of the presets. But what you can do is you can click the create your own custom configuration. So by clicking this button, then it goes and asks you, well, which one do you want to create it from? It gives you the ability to start from an existing configuration. So you can create a copy of any of the presets that we've supplied you, and it'll make a copy of that. And then you just simply give it a new name, change things up the way that you like it, and then save it. That way you'll have your own custom creation. If you don't want to do that, you just want to create one of your own, then you can do that as well. So I don't want to do either. I'm just going to go ahead and close it out and not create those. But that's how you get the custom creations established right here. Also, if you happen to have noticed, when you click the edit button, in the bottom right-hand corner is a share icon. What that does is it allows you as a trader to share your custom creations, your configurations with any other user on the MT4Professional Users Network. So anybody that's a current subscriber or a member of MT4Professional, you can send these configurations to, or you can receive configurations from them. And so it's a really great feature that we've allowed you to work with teams. If you're working with multiple teams on your trading, then you can share your configurations with all the team members in your network so that everyone is on the same page at the same time. And everything that you create here on MT4Professional is cloud-based. So all of the configurations that you create are always going to be available to you 24/7, regardless of whether you're in town, on your desk, or away. So all of it is there ready to go. Another feature I want to show you is if you go over to MT4Professional's main website, click on the sign in button to go to the MT4Professional users website. Once you log into the website, of course, you can download the software on the big blue bar on every single web page. But we give you and walk you through all of the onboarding steps to make sure that you have a seamless and smooth startup and integration into the system. Don't forget to visit our documentation and help center where you get full videos and step-by-step instructions on using the system. And make sure you join our referral system so that you can get affiliate credit for referring your friends to MT4Professional as well. We give you full access to our Skype group. So we have an exclusive MT4Professional Skype channel where all of our users have access to each other to chat throughout the day 24/7 to all the other MT4Professional users that are out there. So you can use that as much as you want or as little as you want. It's a resource there that you have access to. What I wanted to show you here in the members area is if you click on the menu bar, go to the real-time scanner. The real-time scanner is a web-based scanner here that allows us to pull up the MT4Professional version of the scanner on your mobile device. So you can see this is a browser window that allows me to open this up. And so I'm going to consider this as my iPhone, and I'm getting ready to step out for lunch. I want to connect my iPhone to my MT4Professional platform back in the office. So I'm going to select that window, and it's automatically going to give me the scanner setup that's currently running on my platform. You can see an exact representation of the current scanner is here on my mobile device. Notice that the charts also are displaying the symbols that are on this list. So if I, on my mobile device now, want to look at the S&P, then I simply click on the S&P. It changes the symbol to the S&P on my platform and gives me a snapshot update of where it currently is right now. So I can see that the current setup for the S&P is red, green, green. So I can see I'm red because I'm below, I'm green because I'm above, and I'm green because I'm above. So I can see the setup. I can see there's a potential reversal here because it's been trending up, but now I'm getting very close to it potentially breaking down and giving me a full reversal. So when I see the 15 minutes start to close, which it's very close to doing right here, I might have all of the ammunition I need to fire off a trade and get this thing going to the short side for a potential break and a potential reversal trade. That's what the scanner can do for me. I don't have to worry about being in the office. I can look at it from afar, contact my broker on my mobile device and execute the trade right there. And it's just that simple. So that's all available in the members area on the MT4Professional members website. You can also check for any real-time alerts by going to the announcements and notifications alert panel. It'll show you what the scanner alerts have been made from, what instrument it's on, the time frame, and even a link to the snapshot to show you what the alert was triggered based on. So you don't even have to run back to the office. If you get an alert, you can pull it up right on your mobile device, check it out. If it's a valid alert, then trade opportunity, you can execute that trade right there on your mobile device. Awesome. Oh, well, are there any questions then before we get back into this? Let me go to another configuration then. Very quickly, we were looking for multiple signals. Here's one. This one is looking at multiple setups where we are looking for a trend and price break. You're looking for a MACD crossover and a potential relative strength. So you can see that at this location right here, several hours ago, based on a 4-hour chart. All right. This right there. See the blue crosshair? Notice the alignment on this point also has shown me that I have a bullish cross. I have bullish relative strength. I also have bullish relative strength on my weekly, and I've got bullish, bullish, and bullish cross setup. So this is also a very nice trade setup that if I were signaled from this initial setting right here, in that case was 3 days ago, last Thursday, then this would have been a trade signal entry point, and I would be up on the euro US dollar by 100 and no, it's about 90 some pips at this point. So that's the basis of it, and that's how it actually is working and showing you these setups in real time. And when I changed into this, and notice that my mobile device right here also changed to this exact same scanner configuration. So all I have to do is just now I'm going to look at the pound to see that the pound is set up. It changes to the pound on the 4 daily weekly, gives me a snapshot of the pound dollar, showing me the same potential case setup as well. So it's a fully integrated system. It doesn't work. It works with any of the strategies that you have access to. Now, this is a price and exponential moving average, a MACD, and a relative strength strategy. So let's see how that configuration is set up to work here. Click the edit button, go to your scanner panel, click on the scanner, and then you see the exact rules that we've done. You can see I have a strong signal. That's what I called it. I also have a trend color rule. So I've got 2 different color rules that I have access to. I don't have the trend turned on the 4-hour. I only have the trend color rule turned on the weekly chart, because I'm only interested from the weekly perspective to see whether that trend is bullish or bearish. So I want to trade only a bullish or bearish direction based upon my weekly trend. So let's look at the color rules for my strong signal. I've got 3 conditions I'm looking for. I want to see that the MACD histogram is less than the MACD signal line. Okay. So you can see that the base indicator, which is the histogram, the operator is less than, and the comparing item is the signal line. So if that histogram is less than the signal line, and if I've got price closing below my exponential moving average, and the previous price relative strength is greater than the current price. Well, if you look at the relative strength and you say, okay, previous price here is greater than, so I would want it to be from here. Previous price is greater than the current price. That would be a negative slope. So that would be a red or bearish condition. So if all 3 of these conditions are met, then I will get a red cell on my scanner output. If any one of these conditions are not true, then this will not be evaluated and it will go to the next condition set 2. This is the bullish test. Okay, and it'll do the same thing. It'll go through each one of these conditions that I've set up. Is the MACD base indicator greater than the signal line? Is price greater than the EMA? And is my previous relative strength less than the current relative strength, i.e. previous current? Is it sloping up? Is it rising relative strength? If any of these conditions are true, if all of these conditions are true, I will get a green cell and the output will be positive for a bullish trade setup. If any of these are false, then this will not be evaluated and it will print out the default yellow color saying that the trade setup is not ready and it needs some more time. And that's the condition setup. So very easy to see that these are all menu-based tools that allow you as a trader to set up the conditions you need to make the trade. Now, I've been using standard indicators on MT4 and MT5. If you have a custom indicator or one that you've created yourself, you can integrate those with MT4Professional just as easily. You don't have to worry about that. I do have some examples here of software that I have created. These are the Hawkeye tools where you're looking specifically at trend, momentum, volume, historical time frame trend. So you're looking for longer term trend and alignment of those things. So all these signals and indications are available to me on this output as a tool to get me going on that. So if I see a green trend developing with good momentum and volume leading me into a trade, then I consider that to be a potential setup. Then I look and compare to see if the longer time frame trend, volume, and momentum is good. And I need to confirm that with the third time frame volume. If my third time frame volume is bullish, then I want to buy into that. I can see right now it's not. So even though I'm getting some signals to go long here, I cannot take this trade because the longer time frame trend has become very has not given me a good strong bullish trend. Okay, so if I look at the price action, I can say, okay, that's why I don't want to take that trade. It's still in consolidation. I haven't even broken my previous channel. So this is in sleeper mode. It's sideways price action. You wait for that sleeper mode to come out on a break above or below the channel, and volume will always lead you into that direction. So that's why I'm looking for those things. So if you look at the configurations of the color rules, then you can see that I have multiple rules set up here for my 5-minute chart, but I only have a couple of rules set up here on 15, and I only have one rule for my 30-minute chart. So here I'm looking for the trend, volume, and momentum. Here I'm only looking for volume and momentum. Here I'm only looking for volume. So let's see what the configuration looks like. Here are the rule sets. So for my 5-minute, you can see that I'm looking at 3 different color rule definitions. On the 15-minute, I'm only looking at 2 of the 3. And on the 30-minute, see, look at that. I'm only looking at 1 of the 3, only the volume. The others are available because they're being used elsewhere, but I'm only interested in looking at that one. So if we were to look at any of these, like the trend, for example, let's edit that and see what we're looking for. The trend indicator gives me an output. That output is defined by these series of numbers here. And I'm looking for that specific output, which is number 1, the very first one. Output number 1 will tell me that it is green or bullish. The trend indicator output 2 will tell me that it is red or bearish. And output 3 will tell me that it is white or neutral in congestion. I don't want to trade it. So if I ever get a 3, then I know that I don't want to take the trade until that turns either into a 1 or a 2, either green or red. So if I'm looking for it to be bullish, then I'm looking for number 1, trend and stop output 1 to be greater than 0, positive output. If it's going to be red, then I'm looking for what? Number 2. That's right. Number 2, which is the bearish indicator, has to be greater than 0. How do I know outputs 1 and 2 are going to give me the bullish or bearish inputs? You do that on your data window. So under your view, if you pull up your data window, then from the data window, you can see that the Hawkeye trend indicator gives you an output for the long, which is the first output. It also gives you an output for the short, which is the second output. And it gives you an output for neutral, which is the third output. So this is 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 outputs that you get from that indicator. So by identifying these indicators in that order, I know that if I have a trend long, it's going to be green. So let me move this over here and show you. The output here is currently saying it's short. So let me move my mouse over this window here and show you at this point here, my mouse is on a green trend dot. So let me move that back over and show you that Hawkeye trend long. See, there's a value there. That value is the current price. So all I'm looking for is that value changing from a blank, which is what the short is blank. The neutral is blank, but the long has a value. That value is telling me that the trend is green. If I were to go back over here on this one, then you can see that right now the output, let's see, I did output right there. No, it got to be on our bar. Right now it's saying that it's neutral. See that? So neutral, if I move the mouse around, there it's long, it's neutral, it's there, it's short. So as I move around, you can see that the value of the trend value changes based upon the color of the trend. Okay. So that's what I'm testing for. If it's green, I want number 1 to be greater than 0. If it's red, I want number 2 to be greater than 0. If it's white, I want number 3 to be greater than 0. Very simple. Very simple. So if your indicator produces an output that can be plotted, then if it's displayed in the data window, you have full access to use that within MT4Professional. You're not limited in any way whatsoever. All right. Well, if there aren't any other questions, let me get back into our demonstration because I want to make you a very special offer for being part of my webinar today. MT4Professional is available to you on a monthly basis. We have full featured MT4 or MT5 software available to you. You get access to our Skype community, unlimited configurations and storage, unlimited Telegram, unlimited emails and push notifications, and up to 100 SMS messages per month, all included in that. You also get dozens of pre-configured presets on either MT4 or MT5 at your disposal. Of course, you're not going to pay $22.95, which is what we value it at. You're not going to be paying our standard $194 per month subscription price. What you get access to today is $97 per month, which is less than $100 a month, which you can make in one trade in one day. Very simple setup and configuration. We also give you access to a free trial, 14 days to download the software, get it up and running, start running your strategies today or tomorrow, start seeing if it's actually going to work for you. You have access to that at mt4professional.com/trials. Let me give you the link to that right here, mt4professional.com. Oops, sorry about that. Let me copy the link and paste it there. There, that's better. mt4professional.com/trial. That'll give you access to the 14-day free trial and the locked in 50% discount, $97 per month. You won't lose this discount for the lifetime of your subscription, but if you cancel at any time, which you can, you'll still get the full 14-day use or the current subscription time on your contract, and the trial will end without a single penny being drawn from your account. So that's mt4professional.com/trial. If you do have any questions at all, then please contact us at support@mt4professional.com, and we'll be glad to answer you. And we guarantee a 24-hour return, either to a solution or to let you know that we're working on your problem. All right. Are there any other questions here before we head out? Let me pull my platform back over. Pop it back up again so you can see that. mt4professional.com/trial to get started on your trial right now. Is there any configuration that anyone wanted to see or set up in order to use this? I'll be glad to demonstrate that now. Everything is cloud-based, so even if your computer crashes, you get full access to all of your configurations once you reload your MT4 platform and log back in. You never have to worry about losing any of your setups or configurations at all. And if you travel and you don't even want to take your computer with you, you can take MT4Professional with you on your mobile device, or you can download it and install it on your brother's computer and run it from there while you're on vacation. It's just that simple. All right, no questions then? Have I adequately answered everyone's information? Any questions about the new trading market scanner online application that we're developing, or your chance to partner with us on that? No? Okay. Well, I thank you very much for your time and your attention. We make these live webinars available every 2 weeks. We're going to be sending a copy of today's presentation to you via email in about an hour or so after today's finished. Once the video compiles, we'll send it to you and you'll get an email copy of that. So that way you can go back over it as many times as you like. And if you do in the meantime have questions and you want to get hold of us, then you can always contact us at support@mt4professional.com, or you can get online with our Skype channel 24/7. Talk to us or any of the other MT4 professional users out there. So thank you very much for your time and attention. I appreciate it. We'll see you the same time in about 2 weeks. Bye for now.